Hello and welcome everybody. I want to talk about a little bit about awareness. I am that I am. When we think about awareness, we think about, well, I'm aware that I'm a human, I'm aware that I'm on earth, but we might not actually think about that I'm aware that I am. I am aware that I am conscious awareness. For instance, when we leave this earth, we can't take the money with us, we can't take the cars with us, and really, we don't even take our human body with us. It gets buried. So really, what's left is the awareness behind all that. The awareness of, if you say, hey, can you hear me inside of your own head, you are the one that can hear you talking to yourself in your own head. The awareness that we are, I mean, you're a beautifully divine creature of the utmost royalty. Here on the other side, everything is perfection. We come here to experience the diversity, the diversity of life. When we go to bed at night, have a bad dream, we're the awareness that watches the dream while the human body is asleep. In essence, our true selves. That's why, in scripture, it never talks about that God was made in the image of man, which is the way a lot of people think about it, like, okay, well, we're men and we, God and all this. Well, it says that man was made in the image of God. In other words, God being pure energy, pure awareness is what we're made of. It's who we are, in essence, at one with God, living life through the world that we see in front of our eyes. Like Einstein proved, the quantum field. Basically, everything is but one thing is pure energy. This quantum field surrounds everything that ever was, everything that is, and everything that will ever be. Basically, in other words, just about proved God, other than the fact that he never really alluded to the fact that the quantum field was aware of itself. This is what the ancients called the Brahman, both manifest and non-manifest energy, pure energy that can, crystallize into the world we see in front of us is the essence of manifesting. We'll definitely talk about more of that as we go, but the base knowing of the fact that we are energy. Even you look at some insects that have a bunch of little eyes within the one eye, like they're seeing stuff on the molecular level. We're seeing objects bouncing off more like a radar that goes through our eyes, and that's why, like, the waves of light don't hit right with some people. Could be colorblind because the waves don't hit right. Love y'all. See you on the next one.